Alright guys, still get bit on double sat. So this tutorial, I want design this calendar design here where you see for your screen now. So we use HTML and CSS still run the design, but we'll not just use plain CSS. We will use SCSS now. Take tidy the matter. SCSS or SAS, anywhere you want to be. Now it tidy the matter. So quickly, what we need currently for this three icons now, right? Okay, just these two icons, the plain and this edit now. I already get the SVG files we will use. No to stress yourself. I will leave the link to the GitHub repo for this tutorial and you get access to this file so that if you follow along. Then this avatar image, I will leave on there too. But for these other icons, like these arrows and this small warning notification or info kind of something here, we will use ion icons. So I will show now how to install ion icons. Then I will show now the Google fonts, what we will call now take make this font now this may look nice. So anyhow, more enter the tutorial, we'll see which how it will need to run. So currently, if you see my folder here, mind you, I use VS Code, so if you use any other editor, but based on if you want follow me, like me not to get confused on some things what I go do, I go advise you to use VS Code so that we'll do together. You get. So I get two folders here, my CSS folder and my assets folder. So the assets folder already gets the images here. While the CSS folder now, just get this main.scss now and CSS empty. Then the index.html is empty as well. So two things what we need. We need to install SAS for our projects. Then I go still need a live development server, so I go use Vite. So I go still install Vite. So before I write anything now, I might just install this in Sharp. So I'll come and I'll initialize npm for my folder. Okay, so I just generate this package.json file. So now you see I'm saying empty, we'll never install anything. So we'll just install Vite and SAS as dev dependencies. So Vite, SAS. Alright. So npm install -d Vite and SAS. So you think will install both Vite and SAS for me. Alright. So you see I get Vite, I get SAS here. So the next thing I need to do, I'll just change the script here from test to dev. Then I'll change this one to Vite. I'll duplicate. Then for SAS, I'll just type watch SAS. So that whenever we run this watch SAS, it will compile our code now down to the normal vanilla CSS. You get. So we'll locate where our SCSS file is. And we'll see compile go the same folder as main.css. Alright. So by the time you compile now, we know they call this main.css. Now this we know we call this main.scss. Now the main.css now we'll call for our HTML documents. So quickly I'll just create my markup. Title custom calendar. Then I'll link CSS main.css. Alright. So I'm gonna just test, I'm gonna just see whether it's in the work. I'll just target the body. Background color red. Okay. To run the Vite now, to run the live server, what we'll just do, we'll type for our terminal npm run dev. Okay. Then localhost 3,000. All right, let's see. Okay, whenever they wash the SAS, so you never compare it. So we'll wash npm run watch SAS. All right, so it's supposed to work now. Color red body CSS main.css. All right, so now you see, I say automatically now the live server they run and our SCSS now they compile to normal CSS. So more install iron icons. Might just take it out or just the background color out. So to install iron icons now I'll leave the link to this website so that you understand you get the link quickly. So to install, you come usage, we'll copy this script here. So once we copy them, just before the closing body tag. If you follow some of my tutorials, you could also see when I don't do this thing before step, so you're not supposed to be stressed, but just for the sake of the new people here, we need to do these stuffs again. Alright. So just before the closing body tag now, that script where you copy and you paste them here. Then for the fonts we need, since this design I'm not grabbing from any Figma, so I just see them for internet. When I browse through Pinterest, I just see them. So I get to figure out which fonts now I go likely use. So the one I go with and need to. So if you come your Google fonts here, I already select the Nunito. So you see I select 300, 400, 500, 600, and 700. So if you want to select a new one, I just want you to click on select this style, go add and join. But we don't need the 700 italic or any other italic because then it will be easily slant with CSS. So two ways to import to your project now. Either you link them for the HTML or you import them to the CSS. So I'll just go with this import. I'll copy from this part here now. Import and here. Then they're going to show you how you write the CSS rules. Font family Nunito sans serif. Okay. All right. So just before I declare anything, I'll paste them here. Then I might just copy this one quickly because since now the font will use all around, I'll just paste them here for the body. Okay. So now we'll enter the design proper. So I'll just do some small stuffs for the. Oh, you know what? We need another stuff again. We need to do something. Because on my project, or if I'd not done some majority of my projects, I'd always reset the CSS. So two ways: if you download the reset.css file, or if you use Tailwind reset CSS files. But to install Tailwind, we will just take time. Eric Meyer reset CSS. Alright, so I don't use one before. So once you come to Eric Meyer reset CSS, just copy these items ready here. Copy them. Then we'll create new file. Reset CSS. We'll paste on. Then just before we call the main, we'll call I'm sorry. So link alright. So meaning I will type something like H1 hello world. By default, you see I say the thing will be small here. and I dey increase my browser because I this 4K screen now. So I dey increase my browser zoom so that now fit get the whole thing. Because if I reduce one, I go dey very tiny. So I just increase it to like maybe 200 and 170. Okay, 175 is okay. I'll leave it for 175. So now delete this one, then we'll enter the 12 bar. So it will need now, we go create a wrapper where go house this whole thing. So the wrapper now go be this rectangle. Then this wrapper now go get two sections. So this first section now go be like the calendar area. Why the next section now go be the ticket area now, because it's gonna be like ticket for here. All right. So I'll type wrapper and I use Emmet here just to make sure my HTML markup will be faster. So I'll type wrapper, then the wrapper, I'll type two classes, calendar area and tickets area. All right. So now, before I target the wrapper, I'll set or you know what? My first target the wrapper. So inside this wrapper, we'll set the width to 1200 pixel. Then the height, make the height be 650 pixel. Then border radius will be 14 pixel to curve the edges of that rectangular box. Then the background color will be linear gradient top to bottom right. Ash 6C 7570 because we blend both colors now. Ash 212529. All right. Ideally, if you use SCSS, all these colors now something like say probably you could put on for another file like a variables file, but I don't really go too in depth on that stuff. But if I create a very huge project now, definitely need to do this stuff so that whenever maybe the design change or maybe one small color change, now you know how they change the colors now for every single part. Now just to go your variables file and then just change that color and the thing will just reflect around. You get. But anyhow, more they proceed. So I'll set margin to 0 or 2. What's it will get so far? For some reason, this thing never show up. Wait. Okay. Locals 3000. Wrapper. Okay, my phone's around us. Definitely, my CSS is around us. Definitely, something for my own. You know, my target is body. My set background color to CE D4 DA. Then okay. Then I want the height to be 100 view height. Alright. Then because I will likely center the box here. Why the box never show up safe now? Why? I spelled this incorrectly. When in doubt, inspect elements. Oh, see me. Fuck up. Instead of background, I'm going to use background color here. Let me see if they come up. So when it is linear gradient here, now just the background, not background color. All right, so our rectangle will come up now. So we need to push this one to the center, and then I will give height 100 view height here because I will give the display now to flex. Then we'll align items to center so that the level will push come down. So now we'll get this design, the colors they blend properly. So what we need to do now, we need to target this area now. Then we'll start to design the calendar. So from this designer, if you look it up now, you see and say, okay, we'll get the calendar navigation, which is this arrow here. Then this September for the months. So after all this one, we'll create the main calendar table properly. So we'll just do this top first. So now, inside this calendar area, I'll go create a new class. I'll call it cal nav. Then inside the cal nav, we'll get a button. So this button will be back button. Then we need that arrow. So coming back to our iron icons now, we'll write the color now, so we'll use them. So I could just use this button for the back. If I come the field now, any icon will be like see the field now, I go change to field. So we'll just pick the one for the field. Why? Because arrow back outline, the word just too long. I don't like I say long. So I'll select this one, then I'll click. Let me select this arrow, then I'll click on the text here. If I click on it, automatically now see I just show copied. So now I don't copy now, I'll use them. So I'll paste them here. We'll see. You see them, they appear for this place. So now, what we need to do, we need to style this level. Oh, you know what? Before we start, we'll create the monsoon. Right? We'll create the monsoon. So just after the button, months nav for the navigation for the months. So I'll create a span. I'll call them previous. The reason why they give this class now, probably maybe if it do me for body later, it's okay. I want something like on this JavaScript I need to input now. I'll go fit target them directly. So we'll create another one again. We'll call her next. Then a third one. We'll go house the months. So inside this month now, we'll just type September. Right? Type September. Then we need this arrow again. But this time the other style, which is this one. So I'll select this one for the previous. Then I think this one should be for the forward. Okay. So previous and for the next. I'll just change to forward. All right. So back to our design, we'll see. Okay. So more style. So what we'll do now. You know what? Imagine not to. I'll set display to flex here. Then overflow hidden. Why? Because I want these two divs now made a side by side. Then this other one now. This other, what's it called now? This ticket area now. When I set overflow hidden, it means I go see to get this my rounded icon, rounded border radius stuff now from the parents. So now I'll target calendar area. I'll set the width to 870 pixel. Then the height will inherit the parents. I'll set padding. So 55 pixel for the top, 80 pixel for the right, 50 pixel for the bottom, and 50 pixel for the left. So 55, 80, 50, 50. Then box sizing, so border box. All right. We'll target the cal nav. We'll set display to flex. I'm going to switch that one. That flex give us now. All right. So display to flex, like it makes one day side by side. It not go drop out. It no drop down. Then we will justify the content now to space between, so that I go space the back button from the month navigation. Set the color to white. Then padding. Top and bottom could be 0, while left and right could be 40 pixel. The margin button to 60 pixel, just to space them out from the main calendar table. Okay, so we'll get this. So now for this button, we'll set the background. Inside cal navigation, the button, back. Let's see. All right. So we'll set cursor to pointer, so that when we hover now, that the mouse will change to ant. Then we need to remove the background there. So we'll set background to none. Color to white. Okay. To remove this, all right. So get this item now, and if you look at either they resemble, although this arrow, it not resemble our arrow, but we'll just make do with what they are available to us, which is that iron icon arrow. So now, this September now, if you see, I mean, not they properly aligned like this. So more target and style. So just underneath the back, we will target month nav. So this month nav, inside we'll get prev, next, then month. All right. So now for the month, for the month nav, we'll set display to flex. Then we'll go align items to center. Okay. Then we'll do the same thing for the previous and the next two. So I'll just duplicate them. Align to center. So you see how this code will be like, say I did duplicate here. I did do on purpose because ideally, if I create a project now, I'm not supposed to duplicate like this. Then why would they use this SCSS? We're supposed to create a mixing, then What will not say, okay, we will need a lot of, and this flex, in fact, some of my projects have already get something like a flex one and a flex two, because you get some particular flex codes where that they always make use of. You get, so at the creator for mixins, and it will reduce the number of codes so they write, and that's the idea behind using this SCSS, so that we know how to write a lot of stuffs. But just for you to understand, I will use them, but probably future tutorials, you can see me write this SCSS the right way. But for now, bear with me and learn your stuff, man. All right, so let's see, we'll set the color. So ash DEE to E6. Okay. Then cool sort of pointer like this. So we need to space them out. So the targets in months, then we set padding, top and bottom to be 0, while the left and right to be 26 pixel. Then we'll transform the text to capitalize, while we change the font size to 16 pixel. Okay. Then font weight will be 600. All right. Let's see. So far, so good. Looking nice. Looking nice. This is confuse man. You know what? We'll just target this part here. Then we'll just see. We're not going to design this ticket yet. We'll just create this box here so that we're going to see the other part. Because here just this summer for my eye. To do that, just after calendar, ticket area, calendar area. Just after calendar area here, we'll create tickets area. Then set position to relative. So I will do a lot of absolute stuffs for there later. Then 330 pixel for the width, because if you calculate 870 plus 330 will give us the 1200 pixel. So height goes to be inherit. Then padding 55 pixel for the top and bottom right, 40 pixel for the left and the right. We'll set the background color. Background color, yeah, background color. RGB, because I want fade the background. So RGB 108 117 125 slash 30%. All right. Then we just set the color to white. So now here we'll leave this one first. And now we don't get the level. Okay. All right. So now back to the calendar. So we'll mark up this calendar table. So for the markup, we'll create just after calnav. I'll create a new class. I'll call it cal table. Then inside cal table, just type table. Then I suppose when they use MS to do this thing, it's TLCH times how many? Sunday, Monday to 7 times 7. Okay. So Sunday Monday, Tuesday. I would say on Happy New Year, Seth. Happy New Year. Wednesday. Sorry. Thursday. Friday and Sat. Okay. So we'll see. All right. So after this first row, we'll create another row. Inside this row now, we will count from, we'll create from 30 to this 5. Then we'll just duplicate until you get to this 9. So instead of th now for the table head, we'll use td for table data. So td 30, 31st, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, not sixth, right? So you don't complete 7. So 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see. All right. So now we'll duplicate this one until we'll get to this 9. So duplicate, merge this one. There you go. 6. So mm-hmm. 6. Then for the last one, not even the last one, self. Don't 26, most will doing that, self. Okay, minute 2. So 26, 31, up to 9 again. All right. 27, 28, 29, 30. I want to say 32 just so that. 1, 2. All right. Then 3, 4. Sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Finally. Alright, so get our calendar. But now, a bit of this calendar already hang for work for us, not fine. So more we can find. But before we start to target, if you look this calendar here, we'll get one green line here. So something like we'll say like a reminder. Then we'll get another one here like a range. We'll get background of this black magenta. Then the dates within the colors too. So meaning we need to add classes for this one. Then all these other ones were not the part of the month are already disabled. So quickly, what I will do, I'll go back to the top here. We'll target these first 2 classes. Oh, sorry, these first 2 dates. We'll give them class. Disabled. Okay. So I'll still copy this class now. I'll call given to from the first year. 1, 2. To select multiple, I'll just press on my control for Windows. For Mac, I think it should be command. So you click down, then I'll paste everything together. So when we style this disabled now, we'll get this grayed out color. Then for the remainder, day on the 8th. So I'll just come here now for the 8th now. I'll change to reminder, right? Yeah. Then for the range, 21 and 25th now, I'll give a range. Why 22, 23, 24, we'll give a range dates. So I'll just target more here down to 25th range. Then one funny thing about me here, I don't know, maybe most people get this issue to they give names, class names, variable names. It hurts to just come up with these things. So if you actually name it anything you like, but just to make sure you follow along, you know go lose guard. So we'll just use this one. Range dates. The name not sweet for you, Shabet. Range dates, good. We'll leave it like that. So now we'll get what we need. Time to style. We have a lot to style now. So the first thing we'll do here, we'll target cal table. So just after cal nav, cal table. So cal table now, inside the get table, then we'll set the width to 100%. Let's see. All right. Then we'll target the table row. Why? Because we want space out these items now. So to space them, we will use border bottom width. Then we'll set them to 45 pixels. Because if we do this padding now, imagine it's not gonna work. Then we'll set border style to solid. So if we check out, see and say the thing that'll drop down, I just space out, but we need to hide this thick black. So for that, we'll say border bottom color to transparent. And see the calendar that they take shape. So now after this table row, or rather inside, we'll target the table head. Then text transform to capitalize. Font size will be 14 pixels. Okay. Then font weight. We'll make it 400. Why the color will be ash DEE. We'll do something for 2E6. Okay. So we'll see. All right. So now, one target this CD here. So after TH, we'll target TD. So TD will text align to center. That's how they do now. Okay. Text align to center. Font weight 500. Color will be F8, F9, FE. While we set position to relative, then cursor to pointer. Okay. All right. Level the take shape now. I want to inspect something, Seth, because okay. Maybe like this first. If we need to push them down, we will push them down. But for now, I like them like this. Okay, so we'll target the disabled color, which is these guys here now, the 30th, 31st, then from the 1st to the 9th. Then we'll give them their own separate color. So to do that, I'll just come here, I'll put this and symbol or ampersand as the Igbo color. Disabled. Ash 8D95 9D. This is the color. If you follow this UI UX people, they are designer, make sure they use their color, because if you not use their color, I think they trigger them. They'll call the verse. So make sure you use exactly their color. Not look and say, this color not fine for my eye. Yo. I lie. Follow their leads. If you need to suggest, give them, but follow their lead. Very important. Because we don't go set one fight like that before one time. Not easy. And disabled. Okay. So now the next one, I will need to target for this reminder here to give us this underline. So what we'll do. And reminder, we'll target the class. Then we'll first set position to relative. Then we'll use pseudo class after. So contents will be empty string. While the width, we'll set the width to 28 pixel. The height will be 2 pixel. While the background color will be ash 24 F8 92. Then position will be absolute. Okay. All right, see on the top here. So you need to find a way to centralize them from bottom here. So to do that, I'll just set the left to 50%, while top will be 30 pixel. Okay. Then to center RAM, one funny thing, transform translate minus 50% 0. So this two now that I try to do the centering, you get to center absolute positioned items. This is the trick here, man. So now this one, how they use it one. Oh, that'll press now. All right. So we'll just center RAM. Now we need to target. Okay. We'll target this ones, or we'll target this three first. We'll target this three first. So to target them, and range dates. Very easy. We just set the color to ash. FF4 B4C. So it should be good. Yeah. Then to target the 21st and the 25th. Range. Again, we'll set position to relative. Then, and the reason why they set position to relative first before I call run this after, like we do here, and to make sure say this positioned absolute element now it go there within this remainder, because if I just imagine as I comment position relative out now, okay, it disgrace me to this supposed to fly out, not fly, but make sure you put position relative. If not, sometimes it go fly out. So anyhow, position relative. In fact, I'm not put on here first. After width to 42 pixel. The same thing for the height, 42 pixel. Then border radius, 10 pixel. While the background color could be the same we used here for the range dates. So we'll see. Nothing yet. All right. We'll set position to absolute. Okay, it'll come out. There within. Then the same thing we do here. I'll just copy this code. Even everything safe. So left 50% transform to centralize. We'll not need top now. Okay. So top could be minus 10 pixel. Because if you put on by 0, we need to push and go up. So we'll give them a negative value, minus 10 pixel. Alright. So to make sure say this guy go show. I beg, activate my position relative back. The white, to make sure say the white will show, what we'll do within, I think a mistake for my part, you suppose wrap all these items here for inside span, since I got to do something like that. Although I don't really think of any other way right now. I think this should be the quickest way. We'll go wrap this one with span tag. This 21 with span tag, as well as this 25. Okay, then we'll target the span. So just after these stylings, we'll target the span. Then if you give this, no need to give the span class now. You just set the position to relative, then z index, so like 9, so that you go push the items, push and come up. Okay. I think I like them this way. But this is not the center the way I would like me to center. What we expect, Musi? After 14 pixel. Even the border radius yourself, a high small 12. So we change this top now to 14 minus 40 pixel. Why the border radius now we change it to 12? Okay. Minus 14, then 12. Alright. So like play. We don't run this calendar area finish. This part must see. Maybe I'm going to shift on down a bit. We'll make a 100. So we're on 60, 60, 60. Calm now, right? 100 with the margin button. Okay. Although too much. No, I believe her. In fact, we'll make the height like 600 first, we'll see. I think I like the height. They might just push them down a bit, so like 70. Okay. It resembles rich now. Even this one self needs to come out a bit. The padding. So instead of 40, take them out to like 30. 30 good. Yeah, 30 is okay. Where with that self? Yeah. Alright. So now we're not through with the calendar area. So we need to focus on this tickets area now. We're not through calendar area. We need to focus on the ticket area. So for the ticket area, we'll start with the title. So I'll call this one the title. Then this area could be like the destination. Why this area could be the ticket allocation. Then this last place now could just be the exit area or something. You get. So more markup. I'll close this calendar area. Then time for the ticket area. The same thing here. Close arm. Open this one. Alright. So now, what we'll need here for the ticket area? We need a title. Inside this title, we'll get the avatar. In the avatar, we'll get image. Assets / avatar.png. Then alternate text could be avatar image. Alright. Then after the image, we'll just create a span. We'll call them status. So this span status now we'll design this small circle there to show if maybe the person is online or when last I see the person online or if the person does go offline, something like that. So now this span starts with it one. Then just after this div now for the avatar, we'll use anchor tag now. We'll create the user because we might likely click on that click on this anchor tag now, and it could carry us go maybe user profile or something for a big application, or you get. But we just assume saying as it could be. So that's for that. So more style, or more mark up this one to destination. No, more just style this one first. I like my t-shirt. Title. So that ticket area. The title, set display to flex. Then we'll align the items. So center. Then we'll target the avatar. Avatar ang. We'll target avatar position. We'll set position to relative. Then we'll set the height to 34 pixel. Same for the weight, so just duplicate. Then we name this to width. Okay. Now just set the image. Border radius like 8 pixel. Okay. We'll see. Alright. It's too big. So, you know what? Let me inspect this thing. First and foremost, overflow hidden. Then the image height 100%. Okay. I think this is good. Good like this. Okay. One funny about CSS, so many ways to do something. If it's this way today, tomorrow, you could do something else. As far as you walk, right? As far as you walk. Sometimes as far as you walk, not because it's in the work, the back end could just can't boost. But as small, we learn every day. So now for the Daniel Reynolds, we'll target the anchor tag just after the avatar. I'll target user. First thing first. Text decoration. None. Margin left could be 20 pixel to push them out from the picture. Then text transform capitalize, while the font size set to 16 pixel. Then font weight will be 700. We'll also set the color. We'll set the color to white. Okay. Daniel Reynolds. This in casual. We'll take out like 600 first, man. 600. Oliver. 600. Oh, wait, first one. Because I increase this thing. If I reset onto the regional first, change it back to 700. No, 600 good. Alright. So now we need to target this area now. So the target this area, after the title, we'll create a new div class. We'll call them destination. Then inside the destination, I will get place, h1 of span, h1 of span, h1 of span, span.city will be Paris, 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 Paris. So many accents. Normally, Nigeria person goes na Paris, French goes na Paris, France. So Paris and France. Okay. Then we'll duplicate the same thing for this London, England. Then this one I'll hold different. So I'll just do I'll duplicate this. Then inside symbol. What is space of this thing safe, Abi? Okay. This paste. Yeah. So that I not going to confuse me. Okay. So we get this place, then the airplane and that track, there could be symbol. So to run that one, two things. We need the SVG for the plane, which is under assets. So for this plane now, I'll copy the SVG. I'll paste them. Then where the okay. Oh, okay. Then underneath I'll put H arrow here. Let's see. All right. So now how do we turn this to this? We use CSS. So just after title, we'll target the destination. After title here. What happened just now? Hold on. I don't see him again. Something happened just now, like I want to discover new thing for VS Code. Or at least something I never discovered before. So just after the title, we'll target destination. Then destination will set margin top to 55 pixel, display flex, and we'll justify content to space between. All right. Okay. So now we'll just style this Paris and France. So inside destination, we'll get a place. We'll get city. Then country. Okay. So we'll target the city. Text, transform, uppercase. Font size to 28 pixel. Font width to 500. Okay. Then for the country, we will likely do same thing. Text transform, capitalize, font size should be like 13 pixel. color will be ash 8D 9590. We'll set position to relative. Bottom 4 pixel. Let's see. Okay, we need to display. So display will be block. Think. All right, this is good. Might move this button safe. In fact, not even button top. Six, push them out small. Okay. So now, we'll text align center. Then think that should be it for this. Just change one to LDN and England. All right. So France, England. This font. It's more original. Alright, so we'll target this stuff now. We'll design this item here. So now for the next stuff now, just after the place, we'll create symbol. So symbol with the target SVG and with the target the H arrow. Right? So now for the SVG, or before the SVG, for the symbol, we'll set position to relative, then padding top 10 pixel, Y display flex direction will be column, so that you know the side by side go be top and bottom. Then align items to center. Let's see first. Okay. Now for the H arrow, we'll set the width to 95 pixel. Okay. Then border, just a border 2 pixel dashed RGB 141 149 157, then 50% opacity. Okay, something border top 2 pixel dashed. Oh, right. That command is supposed to do there. If it is RGBA, probably not the easiest command. See, I'm something like this here, but the command is supposed to do there just now. So get this. I'll just say border side of border top. Okay. You know what? First, border none first. Let's see. All right. So this is good. You put like 3 pixels, the dash could increase, but you got the vertic one kind, and if you don't want that, but we'll leave them. Now for the SVG, we just set the fill color to white. Okay, then we need to push this item that come up here. So to do that, we'll see target this H arrow, then we'll set position to relative, then bottom to like 12 pixel. Okay, so see needs to do a lot of pushing. Let's see. Mm. 19. Why reduce this dash line to like 2 first? Oh, 3 good. So 19 it is. Alright. So now we don't get this track. But if you look at this designer, this side they faded a bit. I might even be wrong, Sefo. This whole thing should just be like a PNG image or something, but we'll just try to find a way to make they closely aligned to this design here. So probably maybe if you work from the Figma, it could be something entirely different. But I'll do it to the best of my ability or ability. Okay, so if you look at this part now, here they faded. This side they faded, this side they faded. So to achieve something like this, what we could do in fact, this thing width supposed to still long small. More increase the width small self to like 105. They even increase if I'll check them here. Oh, they increase 126. Okay, more just get 125. Okay, so now to add the faded part now for this track now, what will we do? We go target this symbol here. We go add before and after. So after the H arrow will come down, then we'll first target before. So the before content height will be like 20 pixel. Width will be 20 pixels as well. And position absolute. Z index will be 9. Then we'll set the left to 0 so that you can do the extreme of that symbol. Y the background. We'll set the background to linear gradient 90 degree. Ash 50 57 5E for the color to mix with RGB 80, 87, 94. 20% opacity. Okay. So you see, I say we don't get the transparency here. So when I did experiment this design before this tutorial, okay, if you want to push on, right, it's okay. So actually pick out the color from around this area. You see, that is this one also. Because if I change them to something like red now, you see it happen. So they give linear gradient now. They put feed here to give us that, and then make the other side and make it thick, but the same color of this background to give us that feel of this track now, the transparent. So we'll do exactly the same thing here now. Then we'll just flip the stuff. So I might just refresh back. We'll target the after now. So the after, instead of 90, it'll be 270. 270. The same thing. Let's see. No, it never work. Okay, right. It'll be 0. All right. If you see, I'm using the show self, like, because this color now with this color end up the same. So what I'll just do, we'll select the color, we'll pick out something close to this area, copy, then we'll paste them here. All right. So they're closely related, at least. Another thing what we do again, but it could just be too much work. If we create two HR, one go there, one go there, just to give us this space between this plane here, space here, then space here. But for now, we'll just manage this on what do. We try. It still look good. So anyhow, now they say the font self not even match. You see him? This one is straight, while this no need to always have the rounded. In fact, go back to Nonito Sans. Let's see if we select this plus sans. What's that go work? If I add plus sans here, if you could just pick out the sans instead of Nonito, and it did. Looking good. Looking good. So this one to tick now. Machine jam down to 500. Then this one to change jam. I think that should be the avatar now, right? Yeah. 500. Okay. So it that good like this. So the next thing now, we need to work on this area here. So this area na the ticket allocation. So just after the destination, we'll create a new div class. We'll call them ticket allocation. Then inside we'll get the price detail. Then price and the span class. Seats allotted. So the price $300. Then the seats allotted will be 2 seats. Okay. All right. Then after the price detail, we'll create a new div class now. We'll call them edit. Then inside the edit now, we'll pick out our next asset, which is this pencil here. So just copy from here to here. I'm not copy this XML tag join. We'll paste them inside. Copy this in at all. Oh. Copy. All right. So now, let's see. Time to style. So to style this, we will target ticket allocation. Let's see. After destination. Okay. So tickets allocation, then price detail, seats allotted. Then just after the price detail here, we give edit. Okay. So now, for the ticket allocation, we'll set margin top to 35 pixels first, just to space them out from the top here. Let's see. Okay, ticket allocation, not tickets. All right. So now, inside the price detail, we need to space this to this way. So definitely we'll give a flex property. So display flex. We justify content of space between. Then align items to center. So you see this 3 now. If you notice now, throughout the tutorial, we don't use them a lot. We don't overuse them. So in normal project now, this one's supposed to inside make sense so that we're not going to do we write like that. You get, but I did explain for one before now. Someone sorry for me. why they use them like this for now. So background color, we'll get background color to be ash 57.5f65. Then we'll set the padding. Top could be 14 pixel. That's top and bottom, while the left and right could be 18 pixel. Then we'll set border radius to 8 pixel. Then for the box shadow, zero pixel, 1 pixel, 8 pixel, 5 pixel, RGB. And even browsers now say if they don't make this in this so interesting that tiny. They don't make this in this so interesting that if you just come inspect your elements now and you click on this icon for the box shadow, you can fit give the shadow anything, maybe like say any how you want to make it be. You get to increase the blur, the Y offset and the X offset, increase the spread, then even the color self. Now normal now. Increase them. You see I'm setting this somehow. And you're not fine again. But we'll leave and do our one. Then for this price detail, the top still need to expand a bit. Oh, we'll leave it like this first. Because definitely we will increase font size. I think the font size automatically will increase div. Yeah, that should work. So now we'll target the price. We'll set font size to 22 pixel. While the font weight could be 600. Then seats allotted, exactly the same thing. 13 pixel and color will be ash 8D. Oh, this. All right. Okay. We need to add more padding. So padding top now, I just give 28. Let's see. 26. All right. I'm not covered like this. In fact, I beg. They go back to my font. Now this is the cost fight, so I like my font like this, I beg. This is the cost fight. So the font where they give you for the Figma design or the Adobe XD design, make sure that font you use. Not go say because it's not fine for your eye. They use your own. A big wala. But let me get this in as anything I use. I'm gonna go take her like that. It's fine for my eye, and it must fine for your eye, whether you like it or not, or whether you like it or yes. All right. So now this necessity will big. I'm gonna give her like 19. I bet it's sweet like this. So now I'll go edit now. We'll set the heights. So 32 pixel. The same thing for the width. So 32 pixel. Then we'll set border radius to 50%. Never show big show. Background color hash 57. I think this one now. Let's see. All right. Then SVG, we set the height to like 16 pixel. Y, the fill color will be arch. This 92. So why the color never appear? We'll check the SVG first. No, symbol, right? This SVG. Oh, the daddy gets style here. So remove this style. I'll just remove the definition here. I'll check. Alright. So now we need to center the SVG now to this circle. What we'll do now, back to the edit. We'll set display to flex. Then align items to center. Justify content to center. So this one alone first supposed to center around. Then we need to push and come the center here. To do that, let's see. Inspect ticket allocation. Okay, so if you set margin auto, it's supposed to work. Oh. Alright, margin also work. So now margin 0 auto. Then we need to push them up. So we'll give a position relative, then we'll set bottom to like 16 pixel. Then we'll just copy this same box shadow, give them. Like 14 first mostly. Good. Make brain. Mash into 700. Nah. 600, good. Alright, so now without tidy this area here. So we'll tidy this flight date. So what we need to do just after the edit here. After the edit, we'll create a new div. We'll call them flight dates. So the flight dates, we get the span class, span.f dates, sub 21, duplicates 25. Then we need a forward icon. We don't get the back before, which is this arrow. Where? Inside calendar area. For the button, arrow back. So we need the arrow forward. So we'll just copy this one quickly. Then We'll paste them here. Change the back to forward. Okay. Right. So now after the edit, we'll create flight date here. Then we'll set the display to flex. Justify the content to center. No, space between. Sorry. The space between the align items to center. We'll set margin top. To like 16 pixel. Alright. So now we'll create this border around. This thing look like something I could do editable. So if you could do editable from the design or maybe from whatever, it's supposed to be input, but I'll just make them div. Just div or the span what I use here now. Because I'm not sure I could do edited. Well, it could be because assuming with the select something like 7 here, you're supposed to change to like 7 or any dates. Or if you come here now, we click. It's not gonna make sense. Well, depending on your pro designer, whoever designs stuff, sure, but just follow their lead. I want her to make sure say the design fine. Alright. So now okay. We target fdate. So for the fdate, text transform could be capitalize. Why the font size could be 12 pixel. Font weight could be 600. Then we'll set border to 1 pixel solid hash 57. Where on 57 65. Alright. Then so it starts at the right or this thing right. Suppose the variables, what you know, just for tutorial purpose. Probably next time I just on the right way so that you know go the master some people where you're not supposed to master. Border radius to 8 pixel. Okay. So now it'll look good. Looking good. Looking really good. Looking good. Okay. So one or two. Well, this one they wide a bit sharp, but oh voila. We'll design the exit area now. So now just after ticket allocation now. Yeah. After ticket allocation, we'll create a new div. We'll call them exit area. Then inside the exit area now, we'll get the other window where they show that warning sign say you have so and so time to pay your money. So the description inside we'll get ion icon for that alert. So we'll grab this, paste here, then we just put the span and say remaining time to buy. All right, 7:31. So after the description, we'll create a span, we'll call it sign, then 721. So meaning if we add a flex to this other window, we will fit justify content now to space this from this one, right? Then just after the other window, our last element we need to style for this tutorial, which is the button to confirm the edits. All right. So now, back to our markup. Back to our design. We'll style this now. So what I could do now, just after the ticket allocation here, I think that should be this blue. Right. Just after the ticket allocation, we'll target the exit area. Then we'll set position to relative. Push amount top could be 120 pixel. 120. 80. We'll leave them first. We need to push them again. We'll go push them. So I'll target the other window. This other window now, we'll set display flex, then justify content to space between, and align items to center. Then we'll just set margin button to 12 pixel to space them out from the button. See? So we'll do exactly the same thing now for exactly the same flex align items now for this remaining time to buy and the alert icon here. So I'll target description, then inside we get a span, sign. So just copy this and I'll paste them inside the description here, then delete space between. Okay. All right. Then for the span, we'll set the font size to 12 pixel, right? Then margin left to 6 pixel, so that we'll push the text out from that alert icon. All right. Then this color, we'll give them exactly the same color. Let's see. Yeah, the same thing. So the description, we'll set color so ash it's the all right. Okay, then we'll target this one. So for the time, very simple, target font size to 15 pixel, then font weight to 700. Okay, so now for the button, just after I think other window, we'll target the button class. Let's confirm. Then we'll set the text transform first to capitalize. Background color, that greenish type of color, which is this one. Then border will be none. We'll set the width to 100%. While the font size and the font width $14,700. We'll see. Okay. This font was set too high. Might give them like 600. Alright. No qualms. Padding. Overview is height, but I won't just use padding. So top will be 0, while the left and right will be no. Top will be 14 pixels, while the left and right will be 0. So instead of padding, overview is height, but I just like to use padding to give this button a height. So the border radius could be 8 pixels. Alright, looking good. Well, it resembles original. Although this part they a bit thinner. But anyhow, we run on. Confirm edits. If it's increase this padding small to like 16 pixel. Much of this kind of small experimentation. What will be this? Why this one high like this? Width, height, box sizing, border box. No wonder. I thought I said this thing actually too wide. So we're going to put box size in here. So wrapper ticket area. All right. Yeah, now. It's industry. It does take shape small. Okay. So I think that's it. The button, the text too big. No more leave 14 good. 14 good. Then one more thing before I forget, this small handle here. So I don't really know if actually I just design or something like when you click now, it will push this ticket area, go outside, then the whole calendar go fill everywhere. But whatever it is, we might never know. But anyhow, just to design them to show you how to place them here. We'll just study them before we wrap up this tutorial because our time is fast spent here. So now to run this one, what we could do after the ticket area, I think it should be now. After the ticket area or after the exit area, we need to add it before. I'll see this thing again. Ticket area or exit area. Exit area did down. Okay, so you go there within the ticket area. Alright, so within the ticket area here, just after this exit area now, we'll create a pseudo class before, then contents, y will set display to block, we'll set the width to 7 pixel and the height to like 36. Then we'll set border top left radius here to curve just this one and this one, to curve the top here and the bottom here. Then we add our position and centralize. All right, so now border top left radius 20 pixel. The same thing for the border bottom left radius. We'll set background color to hash 57, 55, 65, blah blah blah. Position could be absolute, while we'll set the left to like they come outside now, -8 pixel. We need to centralize the top with 50%. Y transform. So translates. So 0 -50%. Then we set the cursor to pointer. So let's see, suppose that come up. Alright, we'll not get this item here. We need to push them out small. So instead of 8, if we take them to like 12 should be okay. Alright, so 12 they're okay. So would they leave out anything? I doubt. Oh, can you imagine? We don't forget this our circle here. We style and we crazy this thing for Ramo. We create the markup for Ram. So we need to add that stuff there. So I think it should be under title status. I believe I forget that thing, Seth. Status. So under title here. Alright, so quickly, just after the image status, we'll set the position to absolute, then display block, height and the width will be 10 pixel. Height and width 10 pixel, then border radius could be 50%, while background color is set to hash 6 FFF, or we'll just set that gray now. This one still the same thing. Border 1 pixel solid hash 2 1, then top could be 0, left, right could be 0. So push onto the extreme end. Okay, so now if you look this, they out a bit, so we'll just add like 2 pixel. So -2 pixel to go out, -2 pixel to go out. All right. So there you have it. Deal with saying we need to bring them out. Let's see. Inspect the elements. If you come out, you could go outside, but the title, if you put position, let's see if you could do somewhere here. Okay, we just need to remove overflow hidden self. So overflow hidden, and it's supposed to work. All right, go work. So this should be it, right? It's a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna just change it to like 9. Okay, still want to do smaller, so I'm going to like 8. All right, so as you can see, we don't run this custom calendar design, even though it didn't take us some time, but at least the aim is for you to get an understanding of how if you use CSS now take run some of this design, because once I believe we say if you design the smaller ones, the technique way to design the small one, you have to design a very large project or application that time. You get so more tutorials like this will come up, and you know as they be now like the tutorial, subscribe, tell people about the channel because it will help a lot. I need the publicity a lot on this channel so that more people could get to the tech and learn about these stuffs. So still your boy from Double South na Big Tank, and I'll see you for the next tutorial. Bye.